Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This video, we are looking at the MLB PrizePicks plays. Kind of looking mostly at the early games for this Wednesday. Only a couple boards posted right now on PrizePicks, but I was able to get a bunch that I like. Looking at a lot of strikeout props, a couple of over fantasies, but let's go ahead and get started. As always, if you enjoy the videos, please share for the like button, subscribe if you have not already. You can check out other links in the description if you want to play on Underdog as well. My code, and they will give you a free deposit match up to $100. First prop that we're looking at over strikeouts is taking Kevin Gausman over 6.5. He's going up against the Marlins. A couple of lower strikeout games for him recently, but he still has electric strikeout stuff. He's still been amazing for this year. And going up against the Marlins team, they do have guys that won't strike out much, like one of the guys that's batting about 400 this season, Luis Urias. He's going to put the ball in play, but there's still guys that will, Soler, up on down, Garrett, Cooper, and some of the guys at the bottom of the lineup will strike out a bit. And Gausman is just elite strikeout stuff. So 6.5 against the Marlins, I'm taking that over. Second over that I'm taking is Brady Singer. He's having a tough season, ERA over 6. But the Tigers have kind of been a way for a lot of pitchers to kind of right the ship this year, and teams just to right the ship. Their offense is terrible. They have only a couple of decent hitters, and they have so many strikeouts up and down the lineup. Kind of starts with Javier Baez. I believe he'll be able to get us 5. He's had 5 in 3 of his last 4. Some of those were, the Angels, tough matchup there. And then he's able to strike out Washington 6 times, and that team has the lowest strikeout rate in baseball this year. So that's pretty good for Singer. I think he's going to get us. I'd rather take him getting us 5 than Matthew Boyd getting us 7 on the other side. If I had to pick. Third one is Zach Gallen over 6.5 strikeouts going up against the Brewers. The Brewers strike out a lot. 4th highest so far this year in terms of strikeout rate per game. And Gallen, he's always been a great pitcher since he's come into the league. This year's no different. Diamondbacks, they've just taken on such a big surge from last year to this year, and it's playing really well. It starts with their pitching, and then their hitters. The young guys have been coming through, and it's been thanks to Corbin Carroll that, they are sitting very pretty in their division. Believe he's going to get a 7 against the Brewers, another team, like I mentioned, that will strike out a lot, and that number just seems a little low for Zach Gallen. And then the final one is one that we took last time out, and it's Julio Urias to get us at least 4 strikeouts on the other side. So he's been pitching really well. He's been out of the league for a bit, and now he's got an opportunity to come back, and he's been pitching really well for the Brewers. Diamondbacks, good offense, scary offense. Not the highest strikeout rate at all, but with the amount of pitches that Tehran will go and does throw, and he's been able to kind of go deep into games. 4 strikeouts for a guy like him is doable. He's done it in most of his starts this year, and maybe it'll be a push, but I really think he's going to get us at least 4. So I'm taking the over. And then a couple of fantasy props that I'm taking the over on. Once again, going right back to Eli De La Cruz. Just, been so good this year. The Reds have the highest total by far on the early slate and in general on the slate, just because the Rockies pitching staff is terrible by far. Having the worst month of June of any team. Started last series with the Braves where they were getting lit up, and the Reds have been doing the same for them. And Cruz, I believe, is just going to continue to do well after a big night last night. And then the final prop that we're taking is not Yandy Diaz, which could take him if you wanted to, but I'm taking Juan Franco. And go give me 2 guys that can steal bases as well, and do hit for a good average and do find ways to get on base, and they bat in good parts of the batting order to get some RBI opportunities, runs scored in both. Eli is just a stud, and his numbers at we need 9, but very doable given the red total. And then Wander Franco at just 7.5 against Tyler Wells. Good pitcher this year, but still the Rays. A lot of teams don't have a high total today. The Rays, sitting at about 4.5 right now. Be able to put up some runs like they do every game, but those are 6 props I'm looking at today. Kevin Gausman over 6.5 strikeouts. Brady Singer over 4.5 Ks. Zach Gallen over 6.5 strikeouts. Julio Tehran over 4 Ks. And then Eli De La Cruz and Wander Franco over their fantasies. Best of luck if you're tailing, and I will catch you all next time.